This is a B-200 amphibious jet. It sits under an anti-drone net at a Russian airfield in Yeysk, 200 kilometers behind enemy lines. Russia operates fewer than 10 of these across its entire navy. They patrol coastlines and hunt for downed crews in open ocean. And because its engines were built in Ukraine before the war, Russia lacks the production line to replace it. Once it's gone, it's gone. To take it out, Kyiv launched 4 FP2 strike drones into the dark. These are Ukraine's deep strike workhorses, built to be brutally simple. Each airframe costs about $55,000. They cruise at barely 150 kilometers per hour. They have no pilot to take evasive action, and they carry 0 defensive countermeasures. Traditional military doctrine states that cheap, slow, and defenseless aircraft cannot mathematically survive a 200-kilometer flight through a modern integrated air defense grid. Yet somehow they did. The first physical threat sits right on the front line. Russian mobile fire groups park pickup trucks in predictable valleys and corridors, sitting in the dark as speed traps with heavy machine guns. Look closely at this FPV quadcopter. Ukraine sends a delayed escort of these highly maneuverable drones to fly interference. This diagram shows why they are so dangerous to the frontline guns. Instead of relying on a radio signal, they are flown via a physical spool of hair-thin fiber-optic cable that drops out behind them. They are completely invisible to Russian radio scanners and totally immune to jamming. But that cable carries a hard physical limit. The spool only holds 20 kilometers of wire. Once the escorts hit the end of their string, they have to peel off and turn for home. That glass leash guarantees unjammable control to punch a hole through the frontline guns, but it caps their protective range, leaving the 4 FP2 strike drones entirely alone and defenseless for the remaining 180 kilometers. Deep over occupied territory, the drones fly into a wall of electronic noise. Russia floods this entire front with jamming signals, designed to scramble GPS and blind incoming aircraft. The 4 FP2s fly straight through the GPS jamming by flying entirely off internal maps. But a new crisis hits instantly. The live video feeds start tearing, freezing on warped frames and flashing completely black. Here is the hardware connecting the pilots to the drones. A 5th relay aircraft circles high over a bay, carrying a Starlink dish. It bounces the signals up to space. Look at the signal path here. The Russian EW operator knows he cannot block the signal pointing up to the satellites. So instead, he targets the weak, localized radio hop pointing down from the high-altitude relay directly to the strike drones. If that short downward radio hop skins buried in static for more than a few seconds, the 4 drones will go permanently deaf. With no pilot to guide them, they will simply wander off course into the dark until their fuel runs out. To save the data link, the pilot executes a split-second maneuver. He drives the drones down to the deck, dropping into a river valley and sending 2 low over the choppy water. This cross-section illustrates terrain masking. By ducking below ridgelines, the drones put solid earth between themselves and the jammer. But a Russian officer anticipated this dive. He recognized the river valley as a natural choke point, positioning a team at the bottom. A lone Russian soldier had been waiting in the dark with a heat-seeking Igla missile. As the drones mask their signal in the valley, he fires. One of the drones takes a hit head-on and is instantly vaporized. The exact geographic feature the drones needed to escape the electronic trap fed them directly into a physical ambush. Now, only 3 scattered drones remain to face the final objective. The 3 survivors converge over the Yeysk airfield. The pilots have run the fuel math a dozen times. There is barely enough left for one pass as the prized B-200 jet slides into their camera sights. A low-strung web of anti-drone netting covers the tarmac. To reach the jet, any incoming aircraft has to pull up and expose itself to the open sky to clear the barrier. And sitting right on the apron is this Tor M2DT launcher. It is a tracked vehicle designed to fire active radar-guided missiles straight up at Mach 2.8 in under 5 seconds. But the Tor has one hard limit. Once the crew commits its radar to a climbing target, it owns that track entirely for about 4 seconds. It cannot look at anything else in the sky until that specific intercept is finished. The mathematics of the final approach are brutal. The Tor will instantly kill whatever pops over that net first. To hit the jet,
One drone must be sacrificed to buy 4 seconds of blind space for the others. The lone drone crawling out of the river valley takes the lead. It pops up over the net as intentional bait. The Tor immediately locks on and fires. While the Tor committed to the climber, look at this flat expanse of water. The other 2 drones had flown the entire final stretch, silently, skimming mere inches above the waves, completely undetected by the focused Tor crew. During the Tor's 4-second blind spot, the 2 sea-skimming drones pop up. One drives straight down and obliterates the Tor launcher itself. The other clears the net and crashes cleanly through the spine of the B-200 jet, folding it in half. And here are the K-27 submarine hunting helicopters parked nearby. Incredibly, the original bait drone somehow outlived the destroyed Tor's missile, pivoted over the tarmac, and destroyed one of these helicopters on its way down. A multi-million-dollar layered defense grid designed to swat down advanced fighter jets was picked apart by a handful of disposable drones and ruthless tactical ingenuity.